Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds podcast. I'm your co-host, Boomer Gato, the cat that hands your lightweight title back. And to my left over here is the main assistant Nero, the man that makes the fat stacks. Together we form the dynamic duo that won't die. Daily ideas, buttons, spicier content than your girl's OnlyFans.
What is going on, everybody? Before we get to tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit. And with that, let's get right into it. So, we have a great fight coming up in December 7th, actually. We're actually going to be attending it live. We'll be there. It's going to be an interesting fight. We have Oscar Valdez versus Navarrete 2. And listen, so the first one ended in a unanimous decision for Navarrete. I was actually kind of surprised at that, if I'm being honest with you. I thought Oscar Valdez was going to have just a little bit more in the tank to be able to take it from Navarrete. But either way, man, it was a great fight. People loved it. It was definitely interesting to see. That being said, we're coming up on number 2 here. And listen, I know that Navarrete won the first one. I'm going to pick Oscar Valdez to win the second one. Reason being is, like, listen, man, I'm a big fan of Eddie Reynoso and his gym. I feel like they have hosted a number of different champions, and I feel like because of that, I feel like Oscar Valdez has just a little bit more to work with as far as his training. And now, again, I know. He lost the first one. I'm with you. That being said, I think Oscar Valdez has something to prove. Yes, he won by Navarrete won by unanimous decision. And because of that, I feel like Navarrete needs to go in there and really prove himself. And I feel like that's what's going to carry him over the finish line. And I think it's going to set up a great trilogy. These two dudes are dudes that are going to bring the action. There's not going to be a moment in time where we're going to be like, oh, this was a boring fight. These two dudes aren't the type of dudes to dance around the ring, to get on their bike, and none of that shit. They're going to go in it. They're going to go in and try and get a knockout just like they did before. I think it's going to be a fight that's going to be full of fireworks. And I think in the end, whether it's by knockout, which I don't think it's going to be knockout, I think it is going to go to decision again. But I think this time it is going to be in favor of Oscar Valdez. Listen, either way, it's going to be a great fight, man. I wouldn't be mad if Navarrete won either. Navarrete is a warrior himself. Again, he's not one of those get on your bike type of fighters. He will go in there and try to leave everything in the ring against Valdez. But I think Valdez is going to pull it off. It's going to be an interesting fight. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of question as to will there be any dull rounds? Nah, this is going to be a fireworks, man. And again, we're going to go see it live, so I'm here for it, man. It's going to be a great time. What do you think about that, my man?
It's interesting to think the results that happened the first time around, because of the two, I would have picked Oscar Valdez to be the one impressing the judges, because he definitely has very fast, very surgical approach when it comes to boxing, whereas Emmanuel Navarrete, he's got like an odd rhythm to him, and his punches are kind of like they're coming in at a very, I don't want to say slow speed. They're coming in at not as fast a speed, but they look kind of lanky, and they're coming in at an odd rhythm. So it doesn't look impressive. It looks odd if I'm gonna be honest. But Navarrete is definitely a boxer that has a lot of power, especially at that division. And again, originally, if we didn't take the first fight into account, I would have picked Oscar Valdez by unanimous decision as well. But the fact that Navarrete, with lanky punching and odd rhythm punching that I would think wouldn't work well with the judges, the fact is they called UD for him. So I don't think Oscar Valdez would have had that advantage as far as impressing the judges go, because if that was the case, I would have picked Valdez. But honestly, with what has happened, and given the fact that the judges went with him the first time, honestly, I'm picking Navarrete for the second matchup. I think again, Oscar Valdez definitely has the fast surgical hands. I'm not gonna doubt that. It's actually pretty damn impressive. But I think with Navarrete, I think his punching power, it's definitely gonna be the one thing that's gonna be setting Oscar Valdez down. I don't think it's gonna go down to a knockout, but I do think it's gonna be a UD decision for Navarrete. I think because of the first fight, I think a lot of people might have been calling it a fluke. I think he's going to set out to prove that this wasn't a fluke this second time around.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Whoever calling it a fluke is dumb, because I don't think it was a fluke by any means. But I do think that I thought that if Valdez was gonna lose, I didn't think he would lose by UD. I thought maybe split or maybe even majority, but definitely not by UD. But hey, look, listen, it's a boxing game, man. You never really know what's gonna happen. Either way, again, I'm here for it. I honestly don't care which one of them wins. I'm excited about going to watch a fight, getting a fight that's exciting, full of fireworks, full of a lot of great potentially and knockdowns at the very least, if not knockouts. It's going to be an exciting night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, we'll get you guys a lot of video from when we go to the fight. It'll be interesting to show. Please watch the fight. It's going to be a fireworks-filled fight. Won't disappoint anybody, especially the hardcore boxing fans. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit. And
Until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.